Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and I am definitely at the age where I am now spotting things at the thrift shop that I either wore when I was a youngster and a teen and even in my 20s, but also things that I absolutely coveted when I was younger, but for whatever reason, I was never allowed to get. And the other day, here, look, who else in the 80s when you were a kid absolutely coveted, needed, desperately begged for a pair of acid wash Jordache, look at that, there's the horsey, there's the horse, Jordache jeans. I don't know, I literally on my hands and knees begging for these, you know, because everybody in school had them. I was bullied mercilessly because I was not cool, didn't have the right anything. Anyway, yeah, now I do. So you know what, bullies? Look, I got them. I finally got them. The only problem is, they are like a very teeny weeny waist, and they probably would have fit me. They probably would have been big on me when I was a young preteen, but yeah, now no. So today we're gonna upsize these so I can finally wear my coveted acid wash Jordache jeans from the 80s. For this delightful denim upsizing project, all you need are your 2 small jeans plus a pair of jeans that you don't mind cutting up to create the inserts for your 2 small jeans. If you would like to find out how to add side panels to just about any kind of trousers, I shall link the tutorial for my trouser upsizing down below for you. And for that one, you can use pretty much whatever kind of fabric you want. But for this one, we are going to use denim on denim because I have a vision in my head of adding some kind of double pocket situation. So let's just get started. And so as you can see here, the first thing I have done is I turned my 2 small jeans inside out, and I'm simply going to chop out the thick side seam that is on the outer side of the jeans. Okay, so you can see here it is completely chopped through all the way from the bottom hem all the way up to the top. Of course, I did leave the inseam as it was because we're just adding panels to the sides here. So now let's go see how we're gonna do that. Okay, so a really simple way to figure out the basic size of side panel inserts that you'll need is to simply grab a pair of trousers or jeans from your closet that have the same basic shape as the ones you're upsizing, put the 2 small ones on top of it, and then you can eyeball it or use a proper measure to measure the size of insert you will need, and then add a couple of centimeters for seam allowance and chop them out and stitch them on. I'm going to try a slightly different method today though, because I really want to get an idea of what it would look like to try to keep some pockets. Like I said, add those extra pockets in there. So let's go test my theory here. Okay, so this is super hilarious. You can see here that I kind of just tied the jeans around my body because they have no sides, so they're clearly not going to stay up, right? So, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can kind of measure here from the back to the start here. And that's like 17 centimeters. That's a lot of side panel. Okay, but it's okay. It's okay. So I think, yeah, let's go 17, 18 centimeters is what I'm going to need to fill the sides here. But like I said, I really want to see or get an idea at least what it's going to look like with the pockets on the sides. So okay, let's say I took this one, what are we doing here? All right, like that, and like that. that actually looks kind of cool to have the back pocket on the side and then like another back pocket right there. What do you think? Yeah, I actually don't mind that though. I think that's pretty cool. I'm also using these jeans as the side panel jeans because they're very lightweight and quite stretchy. So if my measuring isn't perfect, it's not the end of the world. Okay, anyway, let's try, where am I? Let's try this pocket, like a side pocket. I think I'm gonna go with the back pocket. I think that looks a lot better. So let's go chop it all out now. So on a side note, you can see these were like my favorite jeans for a long time. They were mended and mended and mended and mended and mended and mended. And they don't fit me anymore. So there's no use mending them. Now I'm going to use them to upsize something. So I think the easiest way to do this is I'm just gonna chop straight down from the top, cutting out a generous amount around the pocket area here, all the way down through to the bottom hem. So basically all I did was chop out the back of the legs from the waistband all the way through to the bottom hem. And as you can see, they definitely need to be measured and cut properly. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, now it's time to add our side panels. But first I want to kind of just make sure that the pockets are where they're supposed to be, because when I cut out the side seams, I cut the pockets as well. So I think that looks about right. I'm just gonna pin that in place until I get my side panels, and then all those pins will hold it properly, I hope. And now I have grabbed a side panel here, and let's just make sure it's going to be okay. Yes, it is, because it does have a little bit of a curve back here because the back pockets were, of course, on the bottom side. So I want the curved side to be on the same side as the back pockets of my two small jeans. And I really hope that makes sense. But very first thing we're going to do here is line up the waistbands and those chopped side seams of both of these, and then I'm gonna pin it and then go stitch it all together, and then we'll come back and figure out how we're gonna do the other side. It worked and it looks great. I mean, not super great on the inside, but I don't care. It's on the inside, right? Who cares? But on the outside, I think, look, I managed to get that matched up pretty good, but I did have to kind of loosen and half remove the belt loop here, so I'm going to hand stitch that on later. But other than that, that looks fantastic. And so now I'm going to fold this here to the back side that has been chopped, and then go stitch that all the way down and repeat the whole process on the other side of the jeans with the other insert. Okay, these are done and they look fantastic. And I actually, right, I have to go stitch this one back on, as I said, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of hand stitching here just on the inside of the waistband just to hold down these thicker seams. But other than that, these look so cool. So I'm going to go do that hand stitching, and then I'm going to try them on and we can style them up.
Hooray! I finally have my coveted 1980s Jordache jeans, and they fit me super comfortably now. So on my other trouser upsizing videos, people always comment, "Where's the waistband? I want to see the waistband." So here's a close-up of the finished waistband. Okay, I hope that cleared up any kind of confusion. I'm not really sure what is confusing because I do show pretty detailed videos of when I'm, holding it together, pinning it together. But anyway, there you go. I hope that clears it up. And hey, how great do these jeans look with my absolutely awesome flared bell ruffle sleeved flannel shirt refashion, which of course I shall link down below for you guys. And for loads more fab free tutorials, you know, have a scroll through my channel. I've created so many convenient, easy to follow playlists. Plus, I have even more over on my blog, which, you know, click the menu index and everything is there. It's all categorized. I spent a really long time doing this to make it super easy for you to find my fab free tutorials. So enjoy it. Pop over to refashionistasherry.com. You can get to all of my online empire from that one website address. And you know what time it is? It is a troll time once again. But today, Citrus Meloni is going to do something a little bit different. Hi, it is me, Citrus Meloni, and as you know, I am Sheri's social media manager because she is so old and she doesn't know what she's doing, as we have established by the many mean comments she gets about how old she is. And I shall put the link for you guys to my other troll time where I respond to some of these comments. Anyway, today though, we're doing something a little bit different, and today we are going to look at some of the nice comments that Sheri has received recently, because it gets a little bit tiresome having to deal with, you know, trolls all the time. So instead of that, let's do a happy troll time, I guess. These are kind of, oh, not happy troll, an anti-troll time. And yeah, so here they are. So let's get started. Okay, so the first one comes from Niggle Moth, which, sorry, that is a hilarious username. And I don't know if this person, you know, what gender they are, but you know what? We don't care here at Confessions of a Refashionista. We support everybody, so we don't care. Anyway, so they say, just found your channel via the Super Shirt Upcycle one and find you absolutely lovely to listen to. Your whole vibe radiates positivity. Subscribed and I will enjoy watching your videos. Thank you. Now, you see, that is how you write a nice comment to someone. It is so lovely when Sheri gets to find out from new subscribers, old subscribers, you know, that her work is appreciated and people really do enjoy what she does. It is such an amazing feeling. It's like, if you can kind of compare it to maybe if you put on an outfit or something and you go outside and like a total stranger comes and says like, wow, I love your hat, your pants, or you look great today, or whoa, I love your hair color, whatever. It makes you feel really good, you know? And that's exactly the same feeling for Sheri when she gets nice comments on her videos. It really does. It truly, you know, and she does take the time to answer everybody. Her life is busy, so sometimes it takes her a while, but she does get to all the comments eventually. Okay, next one. The next one comes from, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. It's either LaShawn or LaShawn Harris. So I apologize if I didn't say it right. But LaShawn says, tirelessly, I've watched so many videos. Yours has been the simplest to understand. Good job. I've never taken any sewing class yet, but I feel confident after watching your video. This comment actually brought a little bit of a tear to Sheri's eye when she read it, because it really, I guess, helped her to understand, like, sometimes it's really hard for her to put things into words. I know it might not seem like it, but she's definitely on the spectrum. And because of her, you know, toxic childhood and everything, it's really hard for her to put things into words sometimes. And she really worries that her videos are hard to understand. And that's kind of compounded with the fact that she's never taken a sewing class either. She's totally self-taught. So like everything you see is literally off the top of her head. She's just doing what she sees in her mind. And here's a little fun fact. She actually failed home ec in school. Like, she spectacularly failed it. She did well in all other subjects, but home ec was a total failure. And then she never touched a sewing machine again. So that was like when she was a teenager, and then she never touched a sewing machine again until she inherited one when she was 38 years old. Like, that is a really long time. And then she just taught herself how to use it, and she's kind of, that's her whole thing. And because in her mind, it's like, well, if I can do this, anybody can do this. And this is why she started her whole Confessions of a Refashionista empire, to, you know, help people to upcycle and refashion all of the cool stuff that they already have in their wardrobes or they find at the thrift store or whatever. So truly, if she can do it, anybody can, because she taught herself, and this is why she's now teaching other people, because I do think as well, because she didn't go to school, she doesn't have, it's not crowded in her brain with like, oh, you have to do it this way, this specific way. She just does it whatever way she thinks is going to work. And luckily, about 90% of the time, it does work out. And then that other 10% of the time, she can just refashion her refashion into something else if it doesn't work out. But thank you so much, LaShawn. That was a really nice comment. Okay, next one. Next one comes from Bernice Anderson. And she says, I'm 61 and would wear this and most all of the things you upcycle. And I currently do wear similar things. Things I have refashioned myself. I love watching you and getting ideas. This is another one that really, really touched Sheri's heart, because that is something that, I mean, as you know, as I mentioned before, she does receive comments that are always, you know, kind of poking fun at her age. Sorry, Jack is walking around here. He's 13 now, so he kind of is quite old. I just got to give him a little pet. Gonna give him a little pet. Yes, you are a very good boy. You are. You're a good old man baby. Yes, you are. Okay. Anyway, so back to Bernice's comment. Now, something that Sheri finds to be a little bit sad is the fact that it takes us so long to realize we don't have to care about what other people think. It is totally wonderful to wear what makes you feel good. And now for Sheri, that really started when she started refashioning and remaking her clothes at 38 years old. That's way too long. That's way too long to not want to embrace your own unique style. And so when she gets to find out that anybody, regardless of their age, size, or gender, or finances, has used her tutorials and her pre-loved style inspiration to remake their own closets and really come into their own unique style, it is just such an amazing feeling. And someone like Bernice is like an icon for Sheri, you know, like when you can just really let it all go and just be yourself and just be like, you know what, this is what I love wearing. I made this myself. I love it. I love it. It is the most amazing thing to just be able to let go. And you know what? Why should we care what people think about what we wear? Why should we let whatever media conglomerates dictate what's cool, or fashion designers who are way too overpriced and it's all made in the same factories as fast fashion anyway? Like, come on, stop caring. Just stop and really embrace your own unique style. And if you don't know how to find your own unique style, take Sheri's Refashioning 101 e-course, buy her Refashioning 101 e-book, or if you want to go the super, super cheap way, just grab her 4-step wardrobe audit ebook, and everything is in there. I'll link everything below for you guys. I just want to also do a special shout out to Jennifer Lewis and Irene Parker, who whenever I appear, they always leave such wonderful comments for me, for Citrus Meloni. So thank you, ladies. And yeah, I think that's about it. Do let me know if you want to learn more of the positive comments. I mean, of course, we're not ever going to stop troll time, because those are just, woof, those come in all the time. And it's kind of fun to respond to them, but it's also really nice to respond to the nice comments as well, like in video form, not just in typing form, which is what she does anyway. But yeah, let us know. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and we'll catch you on the zigzag. Mwah!
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.